So my name is Daniel, as you mentioned. Well, I basically bought my first stocks 26 years ago now. I got a bit more deeply involved in trading 10 years ago, basically doing discretionary trading. And I added automated trading about 6 years ago. Currently, I get about 50% of my income from trading, and I'm a medical doctor as well. That's where I get the other 50%. Well, my discretionary trading approach is basically mid to long term. So let's say everything from 6 months to 18 months. And that leaves you with quite long times of no revenues. And I wanted to add something on a shorter time frame about 6 years ago. I tried to trade discretionary in shorter time frames, but that was not successful, and that brought me to automated trading. From an automated trading standpoint, I basically trade US and Eurex listed futures contracts. At the beginning, I was involved in Forex as well, but I found that currency futures markets are basically the same for me, and so I just wanted to focus on futures. My broker is Canon Trading, based in the US. I tried a lot of brokers, but I found them the most supportive. From a software standpoint, I own the Trade Navigator, but I only use that for developing. And for executing trades, I use multi-charts with CQG and IQ data feeds. The first and the last one. So the one about building trading systems, and now about money management and how to put together a portfolio. Finding enough good ideas and good strategies was basically a problem. And the other main problem was when to decide that a strategy is either dead and I will not review it again, or it is broken and needs review or an update. And to have a systematic approach how to do these things was probably my main purpose for taking the course. I learned about very new approaches to strategy development. For example, the bias strategy was something I've never thought about, and at the beginning I was quite skeptical that it could work, but it does. So I learned new perspectives on how to develop trading systems, and I also learned Andrea's way of deciding when to trade a strategy and when not, and that was really helpful for me. Well, so as you know, probably there's a lot of fraud in this business from my point of view, and it's kind of hard to figure out who is really, which provider does really make money trading and who is just selling courses. And since Andrea won the championship, I think 4 times or so, he's one of the very few in the business I trust that does really make money, and so he was amongst my number one choices. Yeah, there really wasn't one. I was pretty sure that I wanted to take the course, and I did get out what I expected actually. I posted my results for 2017 in late 2016 in the forum. Within a 6 month time frame on that account, I made I think about 50% plus. Since then, which means probably since April 2017, it has been pretty much sideways, up and down 10 or 15%. But for the year, or more or less, I'm plus 40%. Yes, it's just the automated trading. I use different accounts. I use different accounts for my private trading, which is automated and discretionary, but I also have built a company in 2017. I trade a company account. From a worst ever drawdown perspective, that is for the last 10 years, it has probably been about 40%, I guess. Annual revenue was probably about 30% on average. And from a position sizing model, I pretty much use Andrea's approach, using the worst day a strategy had to size my position, and I don't want to see more than 2.5% loss correlated to the worst day ever. Well, as I said, I started automated trading in 2000, like 6 years ago, 2011 probably. Basically losing money in the first year, breaking even in the second, and positive since then. So it took about a good 2 years to get things done, but I must say that I already had enough money to really invest in this thing, and I probably spent all in all like 30 or 40,000 euro on different courses, and at the beginning I bought different strategies, so I had enough money to get this thing started really quick. If I had done everything on my own and starting with much less money, it would definitely have lasted longer. I think there are two points I would like to mention. The first thing is really the framework and people around you. I found it very difficult to be totally on my own, and so on the other hand I found it very helpful to find other like-minded traders who are at the same level, to exchange strategies, to exchange ideas, to exchange opinions about courses and so on. So building people around you who support you is probably the most important thing from my perspective. And the other thing is that at the very beginning I tried to find the perfect system, and since I switched from looking for the perfect system to building a large number of pretty good systems, that has massively improved my results. So these are the two things I would like to mention, I guess. It brought me a different perspective. So I think when you develop strategies for a couple of years, you kind of get into a one-way street, and it's difficult to find ideas which are left and right of the street. And looking at how Andrea approaches things really broadened my horizon. Anyone. Really no regrets taking those courses. If you want to trade automated, and if you are serious about it, because it still requires a lot of time and also input from a money perspective, from my point of view. Well, that basically comes back to the question you already asked, I think. Find other people around you and try to suck in as much information as you can get from other people, from free internet sources, from other course providers, to show you which options are already out there, and then find your own way using all this information.